So you are an 82-year-old member of Congress. You're sitting on the Education and Workforce Committee. You used to be a college professor. Heck, you used to even run a community college. You check your mail and you see a letter from a 10-year-old boy named Christian in the 4th grade in Greensboro, North Carolina. A letter that Christian wrote for a school assignment. So precious. His teacher told him to write a change maker and to pick a topic that you care about. So Christian picked electric cars. He researched it. He cited facts. And he politely asked for a $5,000 tax rebate on electric cars. And he signed his name to it. And now, if you are that 82-year-old college professor turned legislator, you've got a few options here. You could respond to Christian with a form letter. You could send nothing at all. You could even have a staffer respond. Heck, you could mail him a postcard of the Capitol. I mean, heck, you're 82 years old. You've earned a nap. You don't have to do anything. But instead, if you're Republican Congresswoman Virginia Foxx out of North Carolina, you write back personally to Christian, again, age 10. And again, I think that sounds so precious. Except Virginia Foxx accused Christian of being a victim of propaganda. Propaganda from his teacher. Virginia Foxx, quoted, says, "Please ask your teacher to explain propaganda to you. My guess is your teachers will not give you a good educational experience and help you learn to think, as they are too interested in indoctrinating you." How sad. How sad. How sad. She signed the letter, how sad, like she's a Disney sea witch ending a curse. Listen, I want to be very clear about something. She's writing to a 10-year-old. A 10-year-old who got a school assignment, who did research, who wrote a polite letter to his elected representative, asking for a rebate on electric cars. If you ask me, that is the best case scenario in civic engagement. This is exactly what we want our kids to do. I have a kid, and I would be floored and overcome with joy if she did this. And kids like Christian are the future of American democracy. Meanwhile, Virginia Foxx, the 82-year-old congresswoman with a doctorate in education, looked at Christian's letter and said, "You know what? I'm going to show this child what a real adult is capable of." And what a real adult is capable of, evidently, is bullying a kid and going after his teacher in writing. And Christian's mom, a woman named Emily Mango, posted the letter to Facebook and called it horrific. Yes, Emily, it is horrific. And Emily went to the local news and told the news that her son was very upset. Why? Because his teacher got dragged into it. Because his teacher didn't pick the topic. She didn't write the letter. She didn't even know what he sent. The teacher was just doing the assigning. And the assignment was to write a change maker, and that's what Christian did. And instead, the change maker came back and called his teacher a propagandist. And the cherry on top of this whole half-melted sundae is that this woman is on the Education Committee, the committee that decides federal education policy for your kids. And by the way, North Carolina, her home, is 50th in the country for education funding. Last. Dead last. And Emily, the mom here, pointed that out in her response, saying, "No wonder NC is 50th in education funding level under your leadership." Emily Mango off the top ropes, who then presumably had to go pack her kids' lunch. And the whole point here is MAGA's going to scream about the kids, who's in their bathrooms, who's playing what sports, what books they can read. But this proves that MAGA right now doesn't care about kids. They only care about creating a boogeyman wherever they can. And in this case, they tossed the kid aside and reframed him as a vessel for ideology. And then they attacked the ideology. And then they attacked the source of the supposed ideology, which has to be a teacher or a parent or a librarian, because a 10-year-old can't possibly research and want something on his own. To Republicans, he's just a unit to be used. That is how Republicans are talking about kids in classrooms. That's how they talk about kids reading library books, and that is how they talked about kids during COVID. And now Virginia Foxx is doing this in the most cartoonishly evil possible form to a 10-year-old about electric cars over him asking politely for a $5,000 tax rebate. And I'll want to remind you, he was talking about a tax rebate. Foxx, a Republican, should know that her own party, if you looked at her party in 1990, even in 2000, the Republican Party would have held a parade for a fourth grader asking for a tax cut. Meanwhile, you've got an 82-year-old picking a fight with a kid to score points with her base. And yes, President Trump endorsed her last cycle, and she's running for re-election this year. And her campaign strategy is to bully a 10-year-old. It is disgusting and it is inconceivable.